Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Locking It Down with Lucy. It is episode 154. That is correct, I believe. Good to see you. Hello. Welcome all to the show. Today, there is quite a few things to talk about. Well, in mind that I think are of interest to talk about, I suppose. But then there will also be, at the end of the show, the Oppenheimer review, which I don't know. I watched that last Friday and I'm going to be like, oh, it's going to be interesting to know how to review this because it was a long film and I'm not 100% sure what happened. Well, thank you everyone for noticing that. I am Scientist Lucy today. I am here to give you my scientific knowledge, what I have learned from Oppenheimer. So it's been a while since I've had to dress up in a in a shirt and a tie. I had to do it when I was in primary school. I had to remember the old how to do the tie. You know, it's round the post box, up through the hedge or whatever. I can't remember. Unfortunately, yes, I did want to get a hat, but due to something that's going to come up in my lowlights of the week, you will find out why I could not get a hat. Also, I was just like, if I buy a hat, where am I going to store said hat? Because I did try and look for like a cheaper hat, but then I was like, no, I've got this blonde wig now that just sits about over the side here with nothing to do. Yes, I had to wear a tie and a shirt in primary school. That is 100% what happened. So let's see who's coming. And I just like to make sure that you know that I've gone full. I'm obviously fully suited and booted. You wouldn't have it any other way. If I was going to get dressed up in a cosplay, of course, I've done the whole hog, as you would understand. So, let's say hello to people in the chat. What's up? Terrence saying, yay, you dressed up. I did. Thank you very much for noticing. These are my dad's clothes, apart from this blazer, which is my blazer. I was like, Dad, do you have a white shirt? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, do you have a tie? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, can I borrow it? And he went, okay. Didn't even ask why. Didn't ask why. He just let me borrow his. This shirt is humongous as well. I've had to like tie it around the back and everything. Ridiculous. So hello. Oppen Ludi says Robert Watt, which by the way, Robert Watt is celebrating 10 months of being in the XP zone. Thank you so much for 10 months being in the XP zone. Appreciate you the best. Jamie also celebrating 10 months in the XP zone. Whoop whoop. Hope you're enjoying life in the XP zone. Thank you so much for your support. It means I can rob my dad more. So thank you. Always stealing from my dad. Let's see who else we have in the chat saying hello. I hope my thing's not going to be... KRP TV says, evening, Lucy. Evening. Looking very smart this evening. Oh, thank you very much. I did this myself. And it's a real tie, not a clip-on. Burp, burp. There you go. Lucy, and now I become Death, the destroyer of worlds. We'll see. I will become Lucy, the destroyer of movie reviews. That's what normally happens. Ian Crawley also celebrating being a member of the XP Zone for 10 months. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Christopher saying ahoy. Ahoy there! Where have you gone? Ahoy there! Intergalactic says looking very dapper. Thank you very much. I can. Crikey, Dad! Rich Gamer also 10 months in the XP Zone. Thanks so much. Appreciate all the support. You need Adam Venture. He's a whaling hat stand. Yes, Adam Venture. God, I don't know where that hat has gone. Cosplay Lucy is the best, Lucy. Well, thank you, Jamie. Thank you very much. I just need to grab something real quick that I've just left behind. Oh, I've seen that Tails is all upside down. Let me sort them two out. What are they doing over here? Back in a moment. Let's just put these two together over here. And, okay, here we go. Oh, sorry, apologies. I should have stayed sitting down. So, I'm just living that, that post-pandemic life that everyone lives now. Only need to get dressed from the top up. Okay, so what have we got coming up on the show today? Well, firstly, let's look at the poll. Gilmero says, hello, Lucy. Hello. Hello. Good to see you. All right, strangers. I don't know why I have something on in a weird Cockney accent. So the poll is, have you seen Oppenheimer? 21% of you are saying yes, 8% of you are saying no, and 71% of you are saying haven't seen it. So this is going to be interesting when we get to the end of the show. So, all part of the plan. Those are the same PJs Oppenheimer wore towards the end of the film. Exactly, there you go. It's all comes together. Knowing how to do a necktie knot is gold. Thank you. Hitler says hi. Yes, the spoiler hand will definitely be in action. So, we have a little bit of housekeeping coming up at the beginning of the show. Thanks everyone who's been checking out the Bioshock streams. We will be streaming tomorrow. It's part of the double triple bill that I guess is happening. What a great comment. Caitlin saying Lucy looking like she's a Waterloo Road pupil. But Mess, I told you, I did my homework, but my dog ate it. Oh, you're so unfair. I've done now to deserve this. I'm going to the cooler. You're going to go to the cooler. They're always going off to the cooler. I love a Waterloo Road reference. When is the next Waterloo Road coming out? I gotta know. So yes, today is obviously Lockdown with Lucy. Tomorrow there will be a Bioshock stream because I gotta get through this. I gotta stream. I do feel like I'm like 10 again at school, or I'm a sweaty 13-year-old boy. One of the two, I feel like. I'm not sure which yet. So yes, we'll be playing Bioshock. There will be more alarms, probably more terrible gameplay. That'll be happening on Friday. I will also hoping to stream on Saturday as well, but I will be having a furry little guest with me. I'm looking after someone's dog. I'm quite apprehensive about the experience now that it's closed. The plans have been planned in place. It is happening. I am meeting them at an undisclosed location. I am collecting said dog. It's a small dog, for those of you. It's a black little doggy, and it is a spaniel times Chihuahua. I believe that's correct. So Olive is her name. Olive will be here for the stream on Saturday. And I'm like, what do I do with a dog at a stream? So maybe Olive can just be in the background here. I'll make a nice little like spot for her so you'll be able to see her in the background. Giving in between a uniform vibes. Very good. Well, thanks everyone. Thanks for the thanks for all the compliments on the cosplay. I'm sure by the end of the stream I'll turn into a dad at a wedding where I'll start undoing the tie and giving it a bit of the old, oh, let's go up and have a dance with your mother. That'll happen later, I suppose. But for now, we shall stay suited and booted. What is L5? I don't know. We'll get more to that to the end of the show. So we'll have Olive here. We'll be playing some Bioshock. I'm not sure how long I can stream for when I have a dog in presence, but we'll find out. I don't know. My plans are pick up dog, get back here, go to the park, stream, go to the park, sleep, go to the park. That's what you do with a dog. You just go to the park constantly, right? I don't know. I've never had to look after a dog fully by myself. So those are the main things that are happening, and I think that is all that I have on the housekeeping, other than saying thank you to all for being here. Now, what am I drinking? Because I am parched. So today it's time to find out the truth. I have been talking about this for a very long time. What's L5 maximum clearance? Hide the, don't forget the poop bags. Thank you for the advice. Yeah, hide the plushy toys. Oh God, all the Fall Guys. Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna have to do a big clean up for this dog to be sure. Olive might have some Bioshock tips. She might. We'll find out. Yes, I have to be prepared for a dog. I'm gonna have to do like tidying, picking things up off the floor. I've never met this dog before. I don't even know this person that I'm dog sitting very well because we've not even. I mean, we have spoken across the desks. But we've never really... Actually, we went for lunch once, but she didn't eat lunch with us, kind of. I don't know. I feel like we just crashed her table. Anyway. Oh my God. Don't want Philo as a casualty. You're right. Em saying hi. Hi, Em. Okay, so I need to find out the truth. It's a tale as old as time. I've been doing the show for 3 years. When I started doing this, I was doing the drinks. And I told you guys that I found the drinks. So I used to go out with... he lived around the road, Ben, my big brother Ben. Obviously, we both moved, so we don't actually get to hang out anymore. But during the pandemic, we would just go for sweet treat runs. So we would meet up and we would go to Nisa and we would just buy loads of snacks, loads of weird drinks. And that's how that started. That's how I started finding the weird drinks. Now, Jose, that dog won't go near Philo. Who knows? They might like the smell. Nisa, shout out. And so this is when I discovered Dr. Pepper flavors. So we had 2 flavors and I could never get both of them at the same time. So I couldn't remember which one I liked best. Well, today, ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to tell you that I have both flavors in my possession and we're going to have a taste battle off and we're going to see for the truth which is better. Dr. Pepper cream soda, which I like a lot, or Dr. Pepper vanilla. Unfortunately, there is no sour cream in this test, but if there was a Dr. Pepper sour cream edition, I'm sure it'd be a lovely flavour that we would all enjoy. So I can never remember which one it is. I feel like I like them both a lot, but I don't know which is going to be the one. Now, which one do you think is going to taste better? I feel like I'm going to like the vanilla one better, but I think I actually like the cream soda one better. I mean, how are they even that different? Are they the same thing? I don't want to fight them too much. Fight! Because they might all explode on me. Okay, so the winner will get poured into the coveted mug. But for now, I will drink them out of this cheesecake cup because they do not deserve to be anything more. We're going to start with the cream soda because the cream soda is the one I've had most recently. Okay, what do everyone think? So there's like, some people are saying vanilla. Some people are saying, try them both, then mix them. The 3 taste tests. Wow. Damn. Okay, we're going to have a smell first. Oh my God, it's the flavor I love. Instant happiness. It definitely doesn't taste like vanilla. It's definitely like a creamy Dr. Pepper. Okay, let's pour it in. Now, oh no, I wanted to keep these pajamas clean. That was weird. I should not have done that on camera. I should not have done that. Okay. I only wanted to wear them for a cheap joke. Let's see how it tastes in the cheesecake cup. I have realised, I probably won't know which one is which. Okay. Let's try the vanilla one next. Good thing about wearing actual pajamas. Exactly, right. It doesn't smell of anything. Oh, maybe I should have some water to help. I need some ginger. Like when you have sushi, you have ginger to cleanse the palate. Right, let's go. Oh, it's so difficult. The vanilla flavour is lost. It's somewhat muted. I think you know the answer based on my reaction. Now, I don't know if I can actually pour this in to the next. At least at a point. I can't split it over. My pajamas cannot be ruined, but this white shirt. Oh, transition. I think they're both nice. But one of these things is better than the other. I don't think the vanilla one. It's the cream soda one. Yeah, this has something to it. Oh no, I've got all the fizz on my glasses. All right, we're gonna go for a mix. Downed one. Think of all the sugar. Okay. We're going to mix them together. As God intended. Okay. Little bit of cream soda. A little bit of vanilla, a little bit of Dr. Pepper cream soda, a little bit of Dr. Pepper vanilla, a little bit of Fanta that's now lilled, a little bit of another drink I spilled. Woo, it rhymed! Oh my God, I should make that song. What a great song. That's all the drinks I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the drinks that Lucy drinks every week starts with. Wait, how's it go? I don't know. Mumbo number 5. A little bit of cream soda, Dr. Pepper. A little bit of Fanta that's now Lil. A little bit of Coke that's cherry. A little bit of Mountain Dew variety. Okay, let's stop. Right, let's try them together. That's how it does, isn't it? I can't say. Oh God, I never even sang about Pepsi. You're right, but I do love Dr. Pepper. I feel like the flavour is impaired, to be quite honest. I can't really taste. I might work on that song. Okay, everybody. It's time. Oh, I haven't seen Pepsi on forever. I don't know where she's gone. Why has she forsaken me? Okay. It's time, everyone, to let me know what's been going on. Let's do the highlights and lowlights of the week. This is where you tell me and I tell you what's going on. And, we pick each other up, or we cheer each other on, or we clap and we give ourselves a pat on the back or a pat on the side, because everybody's a winner here. I don't know what that means. Okay, so let's see. Start putting your highlights and your lowlights down in the chat. I'm going to start with, I'm going to start with my lowlight of the week. Now, I have two to give you. Firstly, as you know, I went to the cinema to watch Oppenheimer, and believe it or not, we waited in line, myself, Beth and Chris, waited in line for popcorn for 40 minutes. 40 minutes we waited for popcorn at Blue Water, because we went to Blue Water to get the nice big seats that had a lot of space. And we got there, and we managed to watch the film just in time. Chris was getting antsy. Chris was like, guys, I'm going to have to leave you behind. I have to go to the cinema, because Chris loves Christopher Nolan films. And we were like, just go, Chris, go. You can make it without us. We'll be okay. We'll hold the fort. And 40 minutes. 40 minutes waiting for popcorn. And you know what? It was all right. And we've got nachos as well. Then I had the most divine drink. So, at the cinema, you are able to buy a drink, obviously. And then you can go to the machine, and it has one of those machines like in Five Guys, where you can just pick what drink you want, and then pick the flavour. I've never had it before. I don't know what compelled me, but I went for peach flavoured Sprite, and it was amazing. I loved it. So would recommend peach flavoured Sprite if you're around that way. Very good stuff. So 40 minutes waiting for popcorn, but then it was all right in the end. So the other story that has troubled me this week, and some people have told me this, you can't mention this on the show, but you know what? I'm an open book over here, okay? It's like I've been thrown and tossed aside and left open in all my pages to read, because my other lowlight of the week is that I have been dealing with foot pain. Okay, it wasn't that bad to say out loud, but wait until you hear the rest of the story. Okay, last week, as you know, it was Wellness Week, and I thought, I'm a female. Sometimes I do female things, like, brush my hair. Stuff like that. Anyway, so I decided that, I would treat myself, do a little bit of the old pampering. So I did a foot peeling sock thing, and it was like, my friend Anna was like, Lucy, it's really weird, but it's really satisfying, it'll be fine. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. So you put the little booty on, and it's got all this like gel on, you put it on for an hour, and then you take it off, and your foot feels a little weird, and then nothing happens for ages, until something did happen, and my feet have been burning all week. I'm talking like, if this is my foot, the under arch of my foot is like burnt chemically, not badly, not that I need to go to the doctor, but that's what it feels like. It's still not quite great. So what happened was, when the peeling began, this is like peeling like you've never experienced. Like, I'm talking like snake skin peeling, like the entire, like flake, like massive, not even flakes, like massive sheds of skin. And so I went out and I was walking and when I got home, I took my sock off, and everything was like, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, ah! So my feet have been peeling all week. It is satisfying. I don't know if my feet are any nicer underneath for it, but my feet are, like, one of my feet in particular is quite painful. So I had to work from home a lot this week, and everyone's like, Lucy, you're working from home a lot this week. And I had to tell them the same story, like, I did a foot peel mask, and I've burnt the bottoms of my feet, and walking is painful. So there you go. That's my lowlight of the week. I have been struggling with foot pain, and it's not great. But hopefully at the end of it, my feet will be nice. So there's my foot story. Enjoy that, all the foot people out there. This is great. These pampering stories always go bad for you. I don't know how to pamper, clearly. Am I having a reaction? I don't know, maybe. It's gross though. I'm not going to show you, but I'm just going to look at it myself and be like, it ain't good. It ain't good. So that's my lowlight of the week. Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look at what's been going down on your guys' highlights and lowlights of the week. Right. Fabio with a very heartbreaking story. Cue sad guitar or violin. I have never tried a Dr. Pepper because it is not sold in Portugal. That is terrible. Whenever you leave Portugal for a holiday, you must seek out a Dr. Pepper. And I must know. You must return back to me with the feedback. What are you thinking? What are you enjoying about it or not enjoying? Robert Wall says Lowlights, migraine and insomnia. Oh, dude, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully, the show is able to alleviate that. Oh, highlight, Lockin it down with Lucy. Thank you. And I just want PS5. That's awesome. I love how I don't read the comments until I read the comments. What are you going to play first, Robert Wall? I'm so excited for you. Hopefully that helps your migraine and will give you something to do, I suppose. I woke up today, no tell of a lie, at 5:45. And you know what? I was like, you know what? Let's just get up. Let's seize the day. I did so much where I had to go to work. It was great. I'd rather just go to sleep and then wake up in the morning and just do whatever I wanted. Fantastic. Terrence says low light, rain, rain, rain. That was going to be a low light until today. It was actually sunny. But then I couldn't get out and walk unless I walked like a hobbled person. Jamie says highlights the Bioshock stream and Stray finally got released on Xbox today. Nice. After seeing people PlayStation play it, I'm really enjoying experiencing it for the first time now. It's on like Xbox. Well, enjoy, cause I'm just a cat and I do what I want. I made my own cat song to that song, I remember. KRPTV says highlight. I break up from work tomorrow for 2 weeks. Sweet, nice. But I've had a nasty eye infection all week. Not very nice. Sad times. Well, hopefully your eye gets better. Hopefully your 2 weeks will be able to rest them, and then you'll be able to get out and see the world rather than having to see work. Whatever that means. Jassy says, Lola, I got no sleep last night because I had a massive Monster Energy for lunch and someone kept me up all night. Dude, I have been there. That sucks. Isn't it weird how it just keeps you awake? What did you do while you were awake? I'm curious. Like, how did you pass the time? What would I do? It's tough though, because I guess if I'm awake, I might play the PlayStation. I guess. Depends what my awake levels are. That Crash Bandicoot energy drink did keep me awake for quite a bit afterwards. I will tell you that. Dusty says highlights Sherlock Holmes Crime and Punishment shiny. Congratulations. Well done. Love a good shiny highlight. For the backlog. Bingo. How's everyone doing on that? And got the unfinished one 100%. Not the Swan. Daniel Shirley says highlight the week. Getting the platinum for all 3 Spyro games. Nice. Love to hear it. Good stuff. Someone update the Wikipedia with currently chemically burned. That's quite hard to say. Currently we've invented a tongue test, everybody. How many times can you say currently chemically burned? I can't even do it. Currently chemically burned. Currently chemically burned. Currently chemically burned. Okay, maybe I can do it. You've just got to practice a little bit. Okay. What's going on here? You don't put... Oh my God, I've forgotten about that. Thank you. Do you know why I haven't done that? Thanks for reminding me, Jose. Because I actually filmed a video. It happened at the weekend. Actually, I didn't do it. I did it after work on Tuesday. On Tuesday, even though I had a meeting that ended at 7:15, I was dedicated to the cause. I sat here and I recorded a video, which I'm hopefully going to edit. That's actually one of my highlights of the week, that I had an idea, I did the research for it, and hopefully it'll be interesting because I try and do some, it's a return of a spreadsheet and some mathematics, which I wasn't very good at, but someone else helped me to get the data together, and hopefully it'll all come together. So you know what, that's what's going. That is what's going down. Let's see. Someone is saying, there's someone in England who helps with the Crushing It trophies. They really do it fast in an hour. Oh my God, someone was talking to me about this recently. They were like, just get it, Lucy. You're the Uncharted person. You need 100% in Uncharted. But what about, because the video, spoilers, well, I'll give you guys the spoilers of what the video is. God, I feel like the sugar has hit me. Also, I've been working from home today. The video is about all the trophies that I can no longer earn because the servers have gone offline. So I would hate for that to happen to Uncharted 4. Like, Uncharted 4 is getting old now. Uncharted 4 ain't no spring chicken, ain't going to no summer dances. Uncharted 4 has probably got a mortgage and 3 kids. That's what's happening. Now, we don't want to, when Uncharted 4 goes to retirement home, what happens then? We don't know. So maybe I should take someone up on that offer at some point and just dedicate it. Maybe, I don't know. It's too exciting. Drop me a message in the Discord chat. Maybe, and I'll look into it. Thank you. Okay. Jay Walken says, did you keep it on for too long? Sorry to hear that. Maybe. I think I've just got sensitive skin, I've discovered. I think my skin is too sensitive to this world. First, a touch too much. Now there's, touch too much and appeal to feel. Don't know what that means. Just made it up. Let's have a look. Intergalactic Media says, Lowlight, the field mouse invasion of my home continues. Caught 3 this past week. I understand. Not me, but my family home once upon a time did have mice, and it was scary times. Like you'd hear them squeaking and shuffling about, and you'd be like, "What's going on?" It was not good. Let's see. Oh yeah, you must play Astro's Playroom or Overcooked. Oh, absolutely great. Good choices. Enjoy Astro's Playroom. Gilmara says, highlight of the week, I cleaned my apartment and now it's spotless. Nice, I need to do that before the dog arrives. Why does the pole keep coming back to haunt me? Oh my god, things are dropping here, there, and everywhere. Dazzleboy says, highlight of the week, I dropped a jam on toast on the floor and it landed jam-sized up. Now that's the highlight of the week we love to hear. Unlike when I keep filling my pizzas down on the floor. Chemicals. It's difficult. Has anyone else managed to say that? Hi Lucy, go to Platinum. Infamous 3, a game I always wanted to play. Grinning face. Congratulations. Keep on. I love Infamous. I think Infamous, the first one, is my favourite one. So hopefully you're enjoying it and it still holds up well. Jay Walken is saying, highlight of the week, got news from work that they're allowing me to go part-time and I'm hella excited for that. Nice. When are we going to go to the 4-day week? That would be fantastic. I have a bad feeling that it's going to happen by the time I'm like 50. I was going to say 40. But that's not actually that far in the future anymore, which is terrifying. So let's not think about that. Let's just past that. I'm not going to be 40 in like 8 years. Ah! Oh my God, nuts. Okay, Fabio says, highlight, I'm on summer vacations. You didn't say that at all. I read that wrong. Highlight, I'm on summer holidays. Low light, more than 8 forest fires in 3 to 4 days in my area. Temperatures of 40 degrees. Damn. Well, hopefully everything's okay and everyone is safe out there in Portugal. Let's have a look. Wait, but the trailer for your yes I am a video ahead. I know. What's the doggo's breed? It's a Chihuahua times Spaniel. That's it. That's what's going on. Okay, so have I got anything more to say on my heart? It's getting hot. I might have to take this off in a bit. It might be after the wedding time. Yes, working on the new video, the next video, that was pretty cool. Having a new video coming out soon, getting back in the YouTube thing, that's pretty cool. Doing the Bioshock streams with all of you, that's been fun. And I did some socializing. Guess what? This whole not going to my parents thing is really working out. I'm actually getting stuff done. So I went around with my friends and we made some pizzas. Oh my God, it was so much fun. So shout out to Matt and Shona and their pizza oven. So that is clip of the week that you'll be seeing shortly. But after we made pizzas, Shona had the Nintendo Switch where you can play the Nintendo Live Car, which is where it's like on the screen. So you make a live, track on the floor. And then you have a real Mario Kart with a camera on, and then you look at the TV, and then you drive Mario around the course, and there's like augmented reality on the screen. It's really, really well done. It's a lot of fun, and Forrest was there, and Forrest got to play it. Forrest loved it. It was almost funny, because it was like watching, like when you watch the screen of your room, it was like, wow, this is so weird, like seeing your room in a, like, from a toy's perspective, and then Forrest would come over and like grab it like this, and it literally looked like the scenes out of Toy Story 3 when they're like, like the toddlers come in and start grabbing the toys. Like Mario just wanted to Mario's just driving around and then Forrest's like, I'm coming to get you, and then just grabs and picks it up. But that was a lot of fun. How old is Forrest now? Forrest's like 2, almost 3, gonna be 3 in a couple of months time. So shout out to Forrest. So please enjoy. Thank you everyone for submitting your highlights and alerts of the week. Love to hear that everyone is doing well, and those of you who are feeling more in the lows than the highs, I hope sending you all the best and hoping for a better week next week. But for now, please enjoy clip of the week, which is myself doing some pizza making. Enjoy. We love pizza here on the show, so let's go. Today we're going to be making one of my favourite foods, pizza in a pizza oven. We're going to be making it ourselves. Look at this wonderful pizza deck. We have head chef here. That will also be preparing or starting the pizza, and then the rest of us will be making it. So we shall see how the story transfolds and if the pizza will be worthy. Cue montage. Just as it is.
Yeah, go on.
Okay.
How hot are they?
I
think they're gonna
My dad
be...
was like, yeah, not
The
too
smaller
hot, but
ones.
you're not going to be able to eat them. And I was like, oh, okay.
I think they're going to be mild.
Right, next, who's next?
Liver kick.
on your pizza?
Do you want some on your pizza? Then?
I'll have a bit on my pizza.
Yeah. It does, yeah.
I'm gonna be eating that like a carrot.
Like an apple. Yeah, I was going to say apple, but carrot.
Is that not the way you're supposed to?
Oh my god, do you need some water?
Yeah, it's not bad. I've handled it.
Oh my god, I feel... No.
So here we are, this is the pizza, it's time for the taste test. Let's see. Very hot. It is very, very good. I want a bit of the crust. I made a pizza! Thank you for the pizza makers for helping me in that moment of madness. Would recommend a pizza stove. I love making pizza. That was a lot of fun. Very much enjoyed making pizza with the gals, and the pizza tasted so good. Like the way that the crust was like really nicely cooked, and I don't know. I wouldn't say it's burnt, but it has a nice crispness to it when you make it. Damn, I want to eat pizza so badly now. Oof, so good, and it just feels like more satisfying when you make it. Oh, was the crust chewy or crispy? It was a bit of both. I think that's why I liked it. It was chewy because it was doughy, but it was crispy. I feel like my main thing was that the pepperoni would made it a little soggy, so I got it all down my top. So RIP to that top. Hopefully I'm able to wash that out, but I haven't actually put it in the wash now. But yeah, it's so cool. Like it literally cooks the pizza in 60 seconds to 60 seconds to 1 minute 30 seconds. So I would highly recommend. They got it as a wedding gift, so I was like, yay! So yeah, we all went around and had pizza, and it was great. Please message on the just as part of the Discord rather than me personally. Thank you. For those of you that want to know. Damn! Oh no! Everyone wants pizza. I want a pizza party now. Pizza party, pizza party. I love pizza. I'm still gonna get copyright struck for that, but I think it was worth it for the fact that it was a fun clip. So I just want to eat pizza. So the cheese, we had mozzarella cheese. That was so good. I couldn't stop eating the pizza. And then Shona made a very lovely crumble. So that was also a lovely highlight of the week. Pizza making and good times and laughs and chats with friends, sitting outside in the sunshine. Okay, right, let's get on to some news. So first up on the news agenda, word comes by way of Rockstar Games. Let me go and grab the news article, because for those of you, in case you've been living under a rock, Red Dead Redemption and Undead Nightmare are coming to PlayStation 4. So coming out of journey through time and space to the world of the internet, to the world of Rockstar.com. The internet, come with me to the internet. The internet, here we are, we've arrived at the internet. Featuring the classic stories of Red Dead Redemption and Undead Nightmare. Woo! Coming to Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 4 on August. Now, how am I supposed to decide what I'm going to play? Moving Out 2 comes the day before. God, life's so hard. Experience the epic Western adventure Red Dead Redemption and its groundbreaking zombie horror companion Undead Nightmares. Both games come to the Nintendo Switch and the PS4 for the very first time in a single package. In a new conversion done by Double 11 Studios, the Switch and PS4 versions bring the two classic experiences together again for both new players and original fans to enjoy across consoles, including backwards compatibility with the PS5. Now, I am very, very excited. This is one of my top 5 favorite games of all the times, and I'm about to ask people in the chat, Are you excited? Have you played this game? Are you going to play this game? Because I'm very worried because this game came out in 2010, I believe. I feel there's a lot of you out there that may not have played this game. Now, of course, you can play Red Dead Redemption 2 and then come back and play this one. And it still makes sense kind of chronologically. But it's so hard for me to decide which game I loved more. Because if I'm going to rank them, I'd probably say that I love Red Dead Redemption as a together unit. But if I had to pick which game, it's so difficult because Red Dead Redemption 2, I love the story so much. I love the camp vibes. I love how detailed and in-depth the world is. Obviously, the graphics and everything is amazing because it's on PS4. Like, comparing that to PS3 is like night and day. But there's something special about that first story. And I can never decide who I love more, John or Arthur. Like, John I loved so much. He was so good. But then Arthur's story was also really good. I think maybe I like Red Dead 1 just an bit more. Just because maybe the story, both of them are long. But obviously, Red Dead 2 is very long. Which makes it difficult for me to... I want to replay it so badly. But it's also difficult to think about going back to replay it. When... I don't know how long it would really take. Let's leave it on that. Let's leave it on this one. We'll talk about Red Dead first. And then I also think the story, I don't know, it comes together a little more. Oh, Jose's saying it's my third favourite game of all time. Nice, but they want... I didn't realise they want £50 for it. Okay, that is a lot. I guess I would try and figure out... Well, I want to play it again at some point. Basically, what I'm trying to say here is... Oh, fix my badge. Oh no, my badge. Thank you. How will people know what division I'm in? Yeah, I love the game a lot, so I do definitely want to replay it. But what intrigues me is getting the platinum again. Sims just dropped something, by the way, in case you heard that. Jose says, I get all my gaming news from this show. Well, thank God you get something from this show, because I don't know what I'm saying half the time. However, it is just a port, as Richard is pointing out. So there's no graphical up-res. There's nothing different about it, apart from there is no multiplayer. Is that written here in the thing? In addition to new supported languages, I think it is listed somewhere that there isn't going to be any multiplayer, which means there must be new trophies. We're going to look at the list in a sec and verify what's going on. But I love Red Dead Redemption. I love Undead Nightmare. What are people saying? No, this is why I'm happy this is happening. Okay, this is what I wanted to say. Like, yeah, they're not doing anything to the game to up-res it or anything, but I think it is really sad that sometimes we have games that are just trapped on PS3 because, we all know the story. The PS3 used a cell processor, which means that it's like, it was difficult to develop for, which is why backwards compatibility was kind of hard or whatever. I don't really know. I'm not a scientist. Okay, the suit may have fooled you and time may have fooled, but I'm definitely not a scientist. So I like being able to have access to these games. I know I'm going to have to pay £50 for the privilege, I suppose, according to how much it is. But still, it's like, I don't know if I could be bothered. Or not bothered's not the right word. I suppose it's like, I worry about my PS3, okay? I worry that it's on its last legs slightly. I worry about, I suppose you need to use things. If you don't use it, you lose it, as they say. I don't know, and is it like that they'll control it? It's just convenience. I guess I'm a modern person living in the modern day world, and being able to just whack on Luther and be able to play like Red Dead Redemption whenever I want to, even though it's a PS3 game, is great. So I'm happy that we're able to, bring some of these games with us, I guess. Right, what are people saying? And also, Undead Nightmare. Oh, I loved that DLC. One of my favourite DLCs. We talked about this a couple of weeks back, what my favourite DLCs were, and that ranked very highly. That's just a good time. Supper Salmon is saying, I'm there day one, love this game. So basically, the way Vice City and San Andreas were ported to PS4, yes, it's like that, Jose. So it's like nothing different, it's just ported over. Jassy says this is why I love the Uncharted collection. The Uncharted collection obviously a little different, because they did do a little bit of, massaging of the game, as you will. Chicken on a Sticker saying, can we get a remake of Red Dead Revolver? Would much rather that. See, I've never played that one, but I would be interested to give it a shot. May 2010, says Robert War. Wow, 13 years old already. I know, it's crazy how long this game has been out. What do you mean? Trophies are out? No, let's take a look, shall we? Let's have a look. You may not be a scientist, but you're a top chef by the looks of it. Right, I'm gonna have to take this. We're having to. Let's take our blazer off because it's getting hot in here. Oh, Jay Walker says, gotta go have a good stream, Lucy. First stream I've been to it in a few years, and that pizza jam a bop. Nice. Well, enjoy the rest of your evening. It was lovely hanging out with you. Oh, it's so much breezier now. Thank God. Oh, we do, Jose. We need a GTA 4 remaster, please, or just a port. I pulled it over. I want all the games at my fingertips. Right. So if we go to La PSN profiles, let's take a look because you bet your ass Lucy is going to try and get the platinum for Red Dead Redemption again. Yep. I want that platinum so badly. So what do we have to do to get the platinum in hindsight? So if we look here, it's an ultra rare, but I don't think it'll be ultra anymore because this game does actually feature... I wish I knew. I should have done a bit more research into this because there are multiplayer trophies. There's a good handful of them. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 7. Oh, actually, that's 7, 8, 9. Okay, at least 9 multiplayer trophies, which will now no longer exist. And I could tell you from a verified source that this is some nerdy shit here. Without those 9 trophies, or however many other trophies that need to be in this game, there are not enough points in the list to make this a platinum list. So they're going to have to put in the Undead Nightmare trophies into the base game probably. So imagine this. Yeah, so it'll be all these trophies plus an Undead Nightmare, and that still may not be enough. So they may have to like bump up the grades of these trophies in order to make it equal the correct amount. Because for those who don't know, it was in one of my trophy videos I did before. In order to get a platinum, you need to have a certain amount of points. This game has 2,000. A lot of the first party games have the exact amount of points. You need to hit a threshold of points to be able to earn yourself a platinum trophy in your game. So, God, this feels like a lot of technical talk. So they're going to have to do that because they have to replace all the multiplayer ones. But what if in a magical world they change the list slightly? That would be fun. I don't know if anyone at Rockstar could be asked to change the list, so I doubt that's going to happen. What I think is really going to happen, Undead Nightmare trophies become part of the base game, so you have to 100% Undead Nightmare, 100% Red Dead Redemption, which even without the multiplayer it's not an easy feat. Like, it's still like pretty, well, it's not tough, but it's just time consuming. Like, the hardest trophies here are obviously multiplayer ones, but attain 100% in the single player game list. And when Rockstar says do 100%, they mean 100%. Like, you're doing the minutiaest of things, if that's even a word, like picking flowers, getting all John's suits and stuff because all the different challenges, finding the treasure chest. Like, you're playing horseshoes, you're playing liar's dice. Like, you're going to be in this game. And then what do you have to do for Undead Nightmare? 100% again, which I think is the same stuff, like attain rank 5 of all Undead Nightmare. I cannot wait to play this, and I am 100% going to get the platinum again, whatever it is. I am excited. So, is this going to mean that the platinum is more attainable for other people? There is no way in hell that this game is coming out without a platinum. All right, let me tell you that's not happening. There will be. They wouldn't do that. The real question is, would you get Max Payne 3 again? Says Jose. Oh, that is tough. I maybe would. You know what? I just want all my games again, to be honest. Are you streaming it? I think maybe around Halloween, it would be good to play Undead Nightmare. That would be quite fun. Anti saying disappointing support. I just wanted Red Dead Redemption on Red Dead Redemption 2 engine with a sprinkle of voice lines mentioning Arthur. That would be pretty cool. But you know what? I'm going to be happy with what I get. You get what you're given. It's £1.50, so I slapped it in his face. How many Undead Nightmare trophies are there? Well, we went through that slightly, but they're all bronze, so they might just bump those up to like a higher one or something. Let's have a look. What are we saying here? But yeah, I would just love as many games to be ported over. I mean, I know it's not as great, but I don't think the game plays badly. I think it still looks good. So I am well in for Red Dead Redemption. Daniel Shoney saying, must admit, I'm tempted, got the Xbox version, but do like having everything on a PSN list. Exactly. Now, I have a question for all you watching. Is anybody in the chat right now never played Red Dead Redemption? Because I want to give you the 1 minute hard sell if you hadn't. Looking forward to the bump of Red Dead Redemption 2, Red Dead Redemption streak. That's the thing, I've played Red Dead Redemption 2 times already. And I will play it a 3rd time. Absolutely. Beyond Two Souls, no. Bonnie McFarlane cosplay. But who do I like more? Bonnie McFarlane or Sadie? Sadie Adler. Sadie Adler. I would love to cosplay as Sadie Adler. I can't even remember her voice now. Wow. If you haven't, you should. Yes, exactly. So Resi Hills is saying, hi Lucy, only played Red Dead Revolver. See, that's one I've not played. And then Patrick is also saying, I have never. Right. Get the clock up. I'm going to tell you why you're going to play Red Dead Redemption when it comes out on a port, despite the fact that it is only a port and not a remaster. Start the clock. Red Dead Redemption is one of the coolest games that I've ever played. The West is an amazing setting. John is an awesome character, and you're riding around your horse, and you get to really feel the vibes of the Western. That you're playing with all your your guns. You don't have the posse. Well, actually, you don't have a posse, but it's just such a nice setting. And then you go and there's a really compelling story about why John's doing that. Each bit is compartmentalized. The atmosphere. Oh, the music. I haven't even talked about the music. The music is so atmospheric. It's like, oh, you feel like you're really there. And all the animals. The animals are cool. I like collecting stuff. There is so much to do as well. It's such a depth game because it's like a Rockstar game. So everything is like, you have you could just do a life. My brother used to go and play poker and sing the music song like Run Away If You See Me, because he's playing poker. And I like doing Liar's Dice. I like doing Fine Finger Fillet. That was also really fun. And then at the end of the story, there was like a really cool bit. It's like one of the only games that almost made me cry because I was a Cyberman back then and I never cried. I was like, whoa, the ending is one of my favorite endings as well because it's crazy and they do stuff in stories that I've never done before and I was really invested. Lots of people give up when they go to Mexico, but Mexico is still really good. Oh my god, the nighttime setting and going around just feeling the environment, feeling the world. It did something in an open world game that I'd never experienced before, but I don't want to tell you because it's a spoiler. So I say yes, absolutely, you should play. It's a once in a lifetime game. It's maybe not as technically good as Red Dead Redemption 2, but it's still really good. Okay, the end. Okay, that's my pitch. Time. Oof. God, maybe I shouldn't have drank 2 Pepsis together. Sadie is one of the best video game characters ever. Exactly. I didn't want to say this but I know exactly what you're talking about. That music bit at the end when yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Ooh, really has the feel of a classic spaghetti western. Maybe you maybe you hit that much better. Suddenly I felt as if it was an auction buying cattle. Exactly. You wrestle the animals. And then you get to go to the camps. I can't wait. I implore you. So good. Robert Wall. Also, the music at the end is great. But speaking of great games, let's go from one great game to another currently upcoming great game. Let's talk about Moving Out 2, which comes out next week. Well, I don't know, how old does the game have to be until it's spoilers? I guess sometimes I'm just like, because everyone keeps saying to me like, oh, Lucy, you already know the Bioshock ending. Well, I couldn't hide from the Bioshock mystery forever. Lucy could make a debut with Eminem. Oh man, that would be cool. I'm not a massive Eminem fan, but I won't say that to his face. But I guess, yeah, we could rap battle each other. Maybe I'll be at the Super Bowl. Who knows? They lost little old me. And now on the stage, little old LudiXP from her flat in redacted place. And I'm like, hey everyone, step by step, we all fall down. Ba 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 ba. That's the Eminem song that first comes to mind. I'm sure it came to your mind too. Okay, I will kindly not spoil Oppenheimer. I'll put the spoiler hand up. I don't even know how I can spoil that. But, firstly, I want to talk about a little game called Moving On Now. Moving On Now. It's coming out next week. And the trophy list is up. So let's take a look at the trophy list. Is it platinumable? Because, I told you the woes of Moving Out 1. I tried to platinum it. And the glitch screwed me over. Because I turned it to assist mode. Maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I should have been a big girl and moved out like a grown-up. But I didn't. I wanted assistance. And so then I had to play the entire game again. And then I did eventually get the platinum. So let's go back to the internet. Here it is. The list is now up on PSN profiles. Got the platinum. Now, from my first look over this list, it looks way easier for a start than the PS. Oh, it's a PS5 game. But maybe there is a PS4 list as well. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to play this game. So, pass your first step smooth modes, complete all the levels, okay. Now, what I'm looking for is there was 100% completion last time. There was also stuff to get times. I don't achieve max fart rating. I'm sure that's just, playing over time. Completed all optional objectives on a level. Interesting. That's just one level. Find this employee, find a crate, complete another, complete 5, okay, smash statues, smash more things, smash things. I think they have really made this list way easier. This is just play the game a lot. Let's just do my favourite thing, which is to go to rarity. The hardest one is to find all arcade carts, which I'm sure at some point someone will come up with a guide. There just seems to be a lot of collectibles, which is what screwed me over last time as well, actually. Yeah, there's no time. There's no do everything, as in to the best of your ability. I think this is very doable. This might be my next platinum, everybody. I've been a bit slow on the platinum front, as you know, but what have I been doing? I've just been going out too much. So You guys will be the first to know when I start moving out things. How I'm finding this game versus the first game. I can't wait to get back to Packmore because, as they say, you know, Rome wasn't moved in a day. Oh yeah! So that's also an exciting thing to come. Oh, the timer's going. What are we going to talk about? How much I love moving out in 1 minute. I thought it was a really fun game because you just move things out and it's very relaxing. You don't have to listen to it either because I like listening to podcasts while I was doing it, but it was also free and fun and it was just like a little challenge and it was just dumb humour, which I was kind of like, okay, there's not fart humour in it, but I suppose if that's your jam, if you like toilet humour, then this is the game for you. And it also had just dumb little jokes and I love a dumb little joke. I'm all about the puns. I think they're very punny when I enjoy them. So that was good, and it's just easy to pick up and play. Was it a little long in the tooth, perhaps? But this one looks like it's just going to be jumping fun. And they finally brought back online co-op. Well, they not brought it back, but it's going to be more like Overcooked, where you can play online with people, which is going to be great because the first one you couldn't. You had to do local co-op. So me and Bethany were trying to do it via share play, and it did not work. So now you can play with all your friends from around the world. You can come together and globally move out. I have nothing else to say, so I've got 6 seconds. I'll stop that there. Okay, woo! I am feeling how. No. They say in the game, Rome wasn't moved in a day. Max fart, exactly. Team 17 is the people that make this. Very good. The Slim Shady XP. Won't the Slim Shady XP please stand up? Please stand up. Doop, doop. Dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Right. Now watch that at 1.5 speed. Exactly. Enjoying. Oh, I would love to get that on my bingo card. Right, it's time, everybody. It's time for what you've been waiting for. Look how big this shirt is. Whoop. The pocket is down here. Right. I am now going to be talking about and trying to review Oppenheimer. So I went to the cinema last week. It was a Friday. And the film is 3 hours long and it started at 9:30 and we got out of the cinema by about 10:30. First thing I want to say, 3 hours, it did not feel like. It sounds overwhelming. I'll do non-spoiler at first. It sounds overwhelming to think you're going to have to sit in the cinema for 3 hours, but I will tell you, I had no idea what was happening pretty much the entire time this movie was on, but I was captivated throughout. I wanted to understand. I wanted to get in and, you know, the mindset, try and follow the storyline as best as possible. It was tough since I went in blind and I knew nothing about what was happening. And I think maybe I probably could have benefited more by having done a little pre-research as to who Oppenheimer was, other than the father of the atomic bomb, which is all I really knew. And he said, I am become death, destroyer of worlds. Like, there is stuff that happens in real life, which I think if you had known about the real life story, it would help you follow the story better. Because I was like, this is not what I was expecting this film to be. But I really enjoyed the journey. I really enjoyed the ride. And by the end of it, I was like, wow, I felt like I have watched something. Like, we're not in spoiler territory yet. I'm just telling you overall my thoughts and feelings of watching the film, which it's funny actually, because out of Barbie and Oppenheimer, I think if I was to watch one again, it's weird. I think I would watch Oppenheimer again. Like, I feel like there's nothing else for me in Barbie because it was just like face value. You just watch it. I enjoyed it. It was funny, but there's nothing I need to revisit. Whereas I feel like I would be intrigued to watch Oppenheimer again after doing some research, which I had done a little bit of research, but I didn't want to do too much research because I wanted to do the review without knowledge or other people's thoughts influencing me. But I would maybe, I don't know if I ever would watch it again, to be honest. I don't watch many things. I barely watch anything as it is, so it would be tough. But if someone said to me, would you watch it again? I would say yes, because I'd be interested to watch it with pre-knowledge, having done my own research to understand, because there's things sort of happening which it was kind of hard to follow. I have seen neither, but would watch Oppenheimer. Were you impressed by the cast? Very much so. Everyone, the acting from everybody was stellar. The main character, is it Cillian Murphy? Is that how you say? It's not Cillian Murphy. Fantastic. Like, he really embodied Oppenheimer. Like, he looked like him, kind of. Like, I was like, wow. I was like shocked at how well they done it. They obviously showed him over like the span of, because it's basically like a weird documentary, right? So all the acting was really good, like lots of big names. I didn't even recognise Florence Pugh. To be honest, everyone talks about Florence Pugh, and I've only ever seen her in Black Widow, and so all I see her in is with blonde hair, and so she looks wildly different in other things whenever I see her. But she was good. All the other actors it was a bit like Who's Who, like trying to figure out, like, oh my God, I know that actor, because everyone's like dressed in olden times. So I was like, oh, this person's this. Oh, and people are asking why I had this sticker on. Well, we'll get to... Oh, have I lost it? I think I may have lost my sticker. It's in the movie. They're all wearing it. Oh, she was in Fighting with My Family. Yeah, she was Paige. Oh my god, yeah, I forgot about that. Anyway, they all had these stickers on themselves. Anyway, let's go into spoiler territory. Now, shout out to Chris J, who after I got back from the film, I was like, I have no idea how I'm going to review this. I have no idea how to consolidate my thoughts and feelings. And he kindly put together like a little list. He was like, why don't you write down like your overall thoughts, your acting, plot, emotions, ending. So I don't, and cinematography / music. So I'm probably going to go through some of these. I don't really know how much I can actually recap or retell the story because, like I said, I didn't really know what was going on, but I enjoyed it, which is wildly different from when I went and saw Tenet 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago Tenet came out? Like, I remember being in the cinema and just happy to be out. Happy just to be somewhere else that wasn't my bedroom, because it was like when things were lifting in the lockdown. And I was sitting there and I was looking at the screen. I was like, I haven't a fuzzy duck what is happening right now, and I am bored shitless. But I am just happy that I am doing something else. Like, I am staring at something else. I am existing somewhere else. This was 100% not the case in Oppenheimer. Despite not knowing it, what was going on, or being confused, I was captivated throughout the whole thing. So I think that's all I can say in non-spoiler zone. So I'm going to put the spoiler hand up. So if you have not seen the film, now is your chance to avert your ears. And when the spoiler hand goes down, we will be back to the regular viewing. So here we go. These are my thoughts, feelings, impressions, I suppose, of Oppenheimer. Tenet is a mess. Well, I'm glad that someone else said it, because, yeah. And I might, you know what, I might dad up a bit for it. Let's, top button this tub. I've been wearing this for about an hour, so I think it's time. Yeah. Da, 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 da. You know how I feel? I feel like Sweet Caroline, but. I feel like I'm like at a pub after work. With my Anyway, let's sit down. Okay. Grange Hill Lucy. No, I feel like a pub dad. That's how I feel. Okay, it's time. Spoiler hand engaged. It is now time for me to tell you my thoughts and feelings on Oppenheimer. So me and Bethany, we get back, we sit down in the pitch black, and the movie begins just as we sit down and open our nachos. Wonderful timing. We didn't have to watch any adverts. So the story followed. This is going to be a terrible retelling. So like I said, I don't really understand what happened, but I'm going to try my best to explain what happened. So this is a story about Oppenheimer, who is the father of the atomic bomb, and it's sort of going through his life and how that happened and what the consequences are. Now, apparently it's based on a true story, because it's his life, it's a real person. And so a part of me was like, after watching it, I was like, how much of this was really true? Apparently a lot of it is true. So there's a lot of like black and white scenes versus in color scenes. And so I was a bit confused because there are a lot of time jumps. Like, it starts looking at Oppenheimer when he's younger and he tried to poison his teacher with an apple, which apparently did happen, but not as dramatically as it shows. And then there's like this court case where Robert Downey Jr.'s character is like really on it and wants to destroy him or something. And then there's another court case happening where it's like looking at what he did and whether he's a communist. And I was like, I don't really understand why communism like was such like it's hard for me. Maybe it's like a British thing or maybe an ignorance thing, but this was such a big core theme that went through the movie, which maybe someone can help explain. Like, they're on him because they think he's a communist. Now, the only thing I know about communism is that in Fallout, this is my first, like, this is not a joke. I only really started to pick up on this weird, like, America hating communist thing when I played the Fallout DLC, Operation Anchorage. I was like, why are they always saying, die? And also in Fallout, they're always talking about communists. Like, die, commie scum, or whatever they're saying. I was like, what is the deal here? What's going on? Like, they're not affecting you, are you? So I don't know. I'm talking out my ass because I don't really understand it. But yeah. A lot of this movie's like, you've been talking to communist people. Oh, you're part of the communist movement. What about your brother who's a communist? What about that girl you keep sleeping with who's a communist? Ha ha, you're a communist. Ha ha ha. But you talking to them? I guess because there's going to be a Cold War or something. Anyway, the movie continues on and he's like, oh, I've now got a job. Oh, no, wait, there's a big scene that happens. And this scene is like comes back all the time. So Einstein, who apparently was still alive in 1940 something, which was a surprise to me. I thought he was alive like years ago. Although it makes sense because, I don't know, I feel like I imagined Einstein being alive like many, many, many years ago. But then I also can't imagine him being alive at the same time as like Shakespeare or Queen Victoria. So I don't know when I thought he was alive, but apparently he's alive somewhat recently in the modern era. Anyway, they're all at some scientist club or something. I don't know, Saturday scientist club. And Oppenheimer goes down to the lake to speak to Einstein, but we don't see what the conversation is. So I think everything that is in black and white really happened, and everything that is in color is what we think happened, or at least from the point of view. So they have a conversation. Robert Downey Jr.'s character, who I can't remember what his name was, it's then like, oh, what did you talk about? But they won't say what they talked about. And it's like this big mystery through the whole thing. And apparently, I think his character then thinks that they were bitching about him at the pond. So then he's like, well, I'm going to take him down because no one bitches about me at the pond. So this is going to be a complex video. I feel like I need the whiteboard or whatever. So then we go back to the back in time, and we're going back in his lifespan. And now he's got a job at a university where he wants to teach people science. I don't actually know. So then people sign up. It's like a new modern, and then there's like this other guy who was like a heartthrob back in the 80s who is his main boss or whatever. So then they start talking about theories about, oh my god, could we make like, explosions happen or something when we talk about matters and split. Oh yeah, someone splits the atom finally. Oh, and this also, by the way, happens at the point when the war is going on. So that is he Jewish? I think he might be. So he's obviously upset about that because the Nazis and Hitler. So they're like, oh, we might need a bomb, and we need to get ahead of making a bomb in case the Nazis make a bomb and then blow everyone up. So it's like a race, maybe. So they're trying to make the bomb now that they split the atom, and then he's sort of like, oh my god, if you can do this, then he sees explosions in his mind, and he's like, this is a possibility, this could happen. So they're doing the science and everything, and then they're like, oh, actually, and then he goes to see Einstein with a bit of paper, and he's like, you know what? We could potentially, when we ignite this, blow up the entire world. And then he's like, oh yeah, well, but how are these correct, these findings? They're like, well, it's just a theory. So they're thinking about it. And then Matt Damon, who's like a military man, comes up to him and he's like, oh, a lot of big names I said, and he's like, oh, we need you to help us for the war, to fight or whatever. So they're really trying to do this to get ahead of it. I like I said, I don't understand what half of the thing's going on, but it was very good, whatever was happening. So now they have to go, well, they want to recruit all of the most intelligent minds to build the bomb and test the bomb. Oh, and by the way, while this is all going on, Oppenheimer is like having some sort of thing with Florence Pugh's character where he buys her flowers and she puts them in the bin. Like I feel like he like was really into her, and he's like she's the actual person that he loved. But then he leaves her because he meets another woman. He's a real lady killer, apparently, in the film. He's always talking to people. And so then he gets with Emily Blunt, who had a husband who died. Everyone's got very complicated lives. And now she's with a new husband, but she doesn't like him. So then they get together, and then they have a kid. And they're like, and she can't really like cope with looking after a kid and everything. And she's like an alcoholic or whatever. So, and then he goes back and sees Florence Pugh's character, who's really into having sex while like reading old ancient script, apparently. Whatever people floats people's boats. And that's when he says the famous "I am become death, destroyer of worlds." So then he goes back and sees her again, and he's like, well, we can't be meeting like this, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, he has to retell all of this in a court hearing, which is like a kangaroo court with like, you did this, da, da, da. And he's like, well, so he's just saying it as it is. I think he wants to be punished or something because he feels guilty about his crimes of making the bomb. It's super complicated because it's like, lots of things happening. Anyway, then he gets with Emily Blunt, and then they have a house and a kid, as I said. So now he's like, oh, we're all going to like build this together. So we're going to get all the intelligent people together, and we're going to build a town, Los Americas. But we need to build a town because we want all of the scientists, people's friends and family, not friends, family, to come to the town. Otherwise they won't come because, they want their stuff. So everyone, they build the town, and they da-da-da-da. And one of my big takeaways from this film whilst watching it was, Los Alamos. Thank you, Los Alamos. One of my biggest takeaways, which I thought was quite scary to think about, is because obviously this is based on true life, is these conversations might be happening right now, which I think is terrifying. Like, we live in our own, like, world where we wake up, we eat cereal, sometimes it's crumb day, sometimes it's not crumb day, we go to work, we come home, we play the PlayStation. But what you don't realize is, like, these conversations, people are talking about building bombs, which is quite scary when you think about it. They were talking about building this bomb for, like, years. And then they could have blown up the world, but they still took the chance anyway. Like, that's terrifying to think. Like, it's happening already with the potential aliens that are out there. I mean, I'm not going to get into conspiracy theory territory here, but there are people talking about this stuff right now. People are probably trying to plan or figure out the next weapon, which is absolutely horrifying to think about. And it really made me it really put in perspective, I guess, how small I am in the grand scheme of the world, where there's all these people that are super intelligent, have super high powers of position that can just detonate a bomb if they feel like it's just or whatever, which is insane and would keep me awake up at night. So I try not to think about it. Anyway, so this all happens. They're working really hard to build the bomb, and I guess they build the bomb. They make it happen. What happens actually? Oh, because I think Matt Damon's very much on like, oh, they need to hit a deadline or something. But I think the war is done. I think they miss. Okay, I think what happens is the war is finished. Hitler is dead, and then they're like, oh, well, what now? And he's like, you've got to still work on the bomb. You still got to do it because, okay, this is all history that, like I said, I'm a geographer. I'm not a big history person. This is all history that I don't really know because I don't study American history. So there's a lot of stuff. Like, I only know what happens between Germany and Europe. I don't really know what happened between America and Japan because there's something going on there. So that war is still going on, and so, but I don't think Matt Damon's character tells Oppenheimer the plan, but they still want to go forward with building the bomb. Anyway, this is the part of the movie that I was super into, by the way. This was my favorite part, was the whole narrative about like how they all went to the town and how the progress of building the bomb and how, you know, all that stuff came about. This was super interesting, and I was like gripped on this bit. Also, don't forget on the side, there's the Robert Downey Jr. character talking about, so when did this happen? He's moving the plant pot out of the way, and he's like trying to explain, and then there's someone else like, you know, taking notes. One of the things I found very confusing about this film, I will say as well, is there was a lot of characters, and it's always like, oh, Mr. Blank, what do you think? What about Mr., you know, X and Mr. Y and Mr. Z? And I was like, there are so many Mr. people. I got a bit confused with who was who. Like, there was just so many characters, and I don't know if all of them had enough. I don't know. Maybe it was just I had to follow along. That's why I would like to watch it again, understand, because sometimes they were talking about characters that weren't on the screen, that were doing something else elsewhere, and I was like, I just couldn't picture who this person was. Lots of things going on with lots of different people. So yeah, there is yes, it is a trial that's flashbacks to people explaining the actions that they did now and again, but some of it's in black and white and some of it's in colour. Anyway, so this was my favourite part of the film, where they finally have the bomb and it's built and they're about to test it, and they're still unsure if when they hit the button, it's going to blow up the whole world. And Josh from Drake and Josh is the scientist that gets to hit the button. I was wondering, like, would you want to be the person that hits the button? So I watched the 100. Jose, you've watched the 100, you'll know. Oh, the black and white was the trial's time. Okay. That was like proper in it. Anyway, so I don't know, would you, like, that would be awful to be the person about to press the button on this bomb and you destroy the whole world. I know that everybody in the whole place helped build it, but to ignite the atmosphere, they were scared it was going to ignite the atmosphere. That was, thank you for people that giving me the stats. So he has to press, I think there should have been like some sort of fallback where no one person pushed the button, because I think that's not, I don't think that's cool to put that responsibility on someone. Like in the 100, they're about to radiate a place, and Clark is like, no, Bellamy, we can't do this alone. So she puts her hand, and then I think it's, who is that really cool guy? Monty also puts his hand, and they all do it. So it's joint responsibility. Anyway, so this was the part which was like, there was like proper tension, like building to this moment. Now, I would like to call out at this point, sound design on point. Like a lot of what's happening, like the trembling, the thinking about the bombs, like it coming together, that because there would be like sort of like cuts to bombs, sort of. This was all so good. So by this point, I was like in anticipation, like afraid of the sound that would happen when the bomb went off, because I knew it was going to be like, it was going to be big and it was going to be scary, because I'm in a cinema and this is going to be terrifying. So there was a lot of build up. There's a lot of like, oh, it's raining, it's going to be really bad, we need to move back a certain amount, make sure everyone's got their sunglasses on so that they don't get, you know, their eyes burned out, make sure everyone's further enough distance away. And so they're all watching. Josh from Drake and Josh pushes the button and the explosion goes off, and it's done it's so well done. Like there's no sound, so it's just like, and everyone's just watching it, and you're just watching. Like it's weird because it's like terrifying, but it's beautiful at the same time, the way, like, you know, all the fire comes together and the smoke, and then the sound just went poof, and just hit you, and it like you felt the trembling, like, you know, how you would feel like the of the ground when a bomb goes off. Like I felt it in the cinema. It's a realistic delay. It's because obviously they're so far away that they wouldn't hear the explosion because, you know, you see it further. Yeah, I love when bombs explode in movies because there's always that delay because it's so far away. Oh my god, terrible. The explosion was done doing practical effects. Yeah, apparently there is no CGI in this movie according to Chris, apart from in certain countries there's CGI to cover up the naked people, I think. I think that's Oh, and then, yeah, sound travels slower than light. Thank you, my other scientist. You're all scientists with me today. Thank you, everyone in the chat is a scientist. Thank you for helping me in the scientific exploration of this. So anyway, that was the coolest part of the movie. I loved that part, that build-up and the success. And it's such a weird thing because obviously they've just done something terrifying, but they are, like, celebrating. They're happy. Oh, and the fact that the shockwave then gets and they all go, whoa, and they all, like, fall over. That was pretty cool. But it was so weird because it's like, I guess you would celebrate because that's, like, years and years of hard work, but now it's like, what have you created? What, like, there's no going back to this, which I guess is what part of the movie is kind of about. It's like, now there's this thing in the world that exists and you don't know what it's going to be used for or what's going to happen. And of course, yeah, the world wasn't destroyed as we are still here today. So they even on that day, they were still like, he says to Matt Damon's character, there is like a chance that someone that the atmosphere could still ignite. Actually, I've just remembered something. Yeah, look, there we go. Yeah, it is an amazing achievement, but it's the question of should we have? Exactly. And that's, I think, like the thing, like, yeah, you've done it, but now what happens? Which comes back at the end, we'll get to. Also, there's a subplot about, he's like hiring people to come help. And then I really like how diplomatic Oppenheimer is. He's like always wanting to like help people or talk to people or, you know, sort things out. He has another kid with Emily Blunt. That just sort of happens on the side. So then there's like talks about a spy in the camp or something, like someone is leaking information out. Oh, they're scared about the Russians. And they're so scared about the communists, always. It's a recurring thing. I think they think that someone is giving information back. And I think his brother was a communist or something. I don't know. They keep talking about his brother all the time. And I was like, his brother was on screen for like 5 minutes. I don't know. Anyway, but I think there was a spy in the camp who gives it away. Anyway, so we've done the bomb, and then he's like to Matt Damon's character, okay, well, you have it now, and they pack it up and they drive it away, and he's like, well, let me know what happens, you know, like, you know, what's gonna happen with this thing. Let's just take a quick Dr. Pepper break, because this part of the movie I also really enjoyed, the turmoil that is about to happen. So then a couple of days pass or whatever, and they hear on the news that a bomb has gone off in Japan. And of course it is this bomb, you know, the atomic bomb. And this is really weird actually, because so they dropped the bomb on Japan twice. And it's like a horrible scene where they're talking tactically about where they would drop the bomb. And he's like, oh, we'll take Kyoto off the map because me and my wife honeymoon there. Like, it's such a flippant way of being like, oh yeah, well, we like that bit, so we'll save that bit. And also it's got historical value. But everywhere else is, yeah, just bomb whatever you like. Like, that's terrible. Anyway. So they find out that the bomb has been used. Hiroshima, is it Hiroshima? How you say it? So there's two different bombs, and Nagasaki. Is that how you say it? The two bombs go off, and the word gets back to Oppenheimer that this has happened, and then they start hearing news about how devastating it was to the people that lived there, and like what the effects were of it, which is chilling to say the least. Like, I don't even like thinking about it, but it's so horrible because the whole time I was watching this movie, that's what I'm saying, even though I didn't understand the movie, I like watching things that make me think, and this made me think, like, even if it didn't make me think about good things, it made me think about things like, this is like, I just don't like, you know what I'm trying to say, like, it's such a horrible thing to have done, so I can understand the guilt that he felt, which is what they're trying to portray, but everyone is still celebrating because they did the thing, they you know, mission accomplished. So he has to like go and give a speech, and this bit was so well done. So he's giving a speech, and of course he's saying that, yeah, it was really good. They didn't like it. Like, I think these must all be quotes that he actually just said. He's like rallying, everyone's like, yeah! But it's so cool because the way that they're doing the crowd cheering is the same way that they're like the screaming. They like mix in like cheer from like happiness with screaming and cries of horror of like, because it's, I guess it is weird, like the same sort of, like, it's almost like, you know, when you cry and you laugh, like it's the same. You look the same, but it's just a different. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like it's like the opposite ends of the spectrum, but it has the same like and also like Do you know, anyway, it was very well done, and he's like having these horrible flashbacks, thinking well, not flashbacks. I guess you can't really call it that. But I guess he's thinking about how this would have affected people. And then he's like, oh, just a shame that we didn't have time before the Germans. People are saying it is very glossed over, and he wanted to distance himself from it. Like, I kind of would have liked, this bit isn't really, but I thought this was a cool scene, how he's showing all that. But at the same time, you can kind of see in these sort of like ways that he's walking back, and it's like showing people like cheering, but then also people like throwing up and suffering effects from an atomic bomb. It's like, it's awful. Anyway, so then it's like he feels guilty about creating this and like how this has happened. But also at the same time, he has to be proud of his achievements, I suppose. But then this is the weird part, which I think is kind of sad. So I can't remember what the actual court case is about. I think it's trying to like revoke his clearance because someone, I don't know, that this is the bit that after this bit I kind of fell out a bit in the movie, and then we're still like, because it's still, now it's going about the Robert Downey Jr. character trying to like get his access from military stuff revoked or something. I don't know. But he's clearly like, upset by what's happened. I think he is wanting to be punished. That's what his wife is like. His wife's like, why won't you fight back? And so I guess I can understand. Because he goes to see the president. He's like to the president, like, I've got blood on my hands. And the president's like wipes it away. And he's just like, what? He calls him a crybaby, which is apparently, real. Oh, okay, they were trying to prove whether he was a security risk. Oh, and that's why they were worried about the communists. Okay. Anyway, this is now the part of the film where I don't understand, because it's just going on about the court case thing. Robert Downey Jr. thinks that he's been talking bad mouth with him to Einstein. And then I think it's weird. So all the people that we've met along the journey, they come in to kind of like defend or not defend Oppenheimer or whatever. They're like asking questions, but this court is like, even his lawyer's like, oh, I don't have the right information. Like, why are you not giving me the information so I can do my job? And they're like, well, you're not classified for this information. And then there's another really cool scene that happens, which also simulates like the bomb going off. And this one made me jump. Like the guy in the court who's doing a great job, like he is like berating him, like, you did this, you did that, and the walls start to shake, and he's like having some kind of, I don't know, flashback to a bomb going off. And when the bomb went off this time, it's not like a metaphorical bomb. That one got me. That one made me super jump. That was really scary. Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure me and Beth like, there was a point when me and Beth just looked at each other and was like, but I like how Beth at the end as well, she said the same thing. She said that she didn't understand it, but she enjoyed it still. Well, not, maybe not enjoy is the right word. She didn't understand it, but she was captivated by it in the same way that she was interested in what was going on. I think that's the main part. It was so well put together. It was interesting. You wanted to understand what was going on and find out. Anyway, I think he does lose his access. Matt Damon's character does stand up for him in the end. There was someone that was leaking information to Russia, I think, but he didn't know about that. His wife did a great job fighting back to one of the prosecutor people. That was a cool moment when she did that. Like, she proper stood up for him, but he just wouldn't stand up for himself. And then he became like kind of like a hated figure or something. Like everyone was like, oh no, you suck. But then the guy from Until Dawn, Josh, also Mr. Robot, also Freddie Mercury, he suddenly pipes up in the court case like, actually, I do have evidence that it wasn't him, blah, blah, blah. And then he like, oh, I remember the reason Robert Downey Jr.'s character hates him so much because he made fun of him like years ago and he's kept it as like a grudge or something. Anyway, Mr. Robot comes in and is like, actually, I have all this information, but I don't think it's good enough. Or is it to really do anything about it? Anyway, the moral of the story is, I think someone says to him, I think it goes to the future and it goes back to the conversation with Einstein, and he's saying, look, people might hate you now or whatever, but you will be heralded in the future for your accomplishments, which it does show that he wins like some kind of, I don't know if it's the Nobel Prize, but he wins some kind of prize and he looks older, and so that happens eventually, I guess. I mean, it is a good scientific accomplishment, despite the fact that now we have nuclear weapons and atomic bombs, which is terrifying. I did have to Google afterwards whether or not an atomic bomb had gone off again, because I was quite afraid. I think you're right, Raw. He felt like he deserved to be punished for what he did. Maybe I think that's kind of what they're getting at. Like, it was an accomplishment, but maybe he's ashamed of it because it was used against. I think the problem was it was used against innocent people in Japan to just as like a scare factor or something. It's like, hey, we have this. Whereas I think he would have preferred to use it. Like, I have no idea. I'm just saying this out of my brain. I think he would have preferred if they had made the bomb in time to use against the Nazis who were doing terrible things to Jewish people. compared to dropping a bomb on just local people's homes in Japan, which is not what his intention was. Well, obviously, I'd hope to think that no one want to drop a bomb on anyone. Jeez, but I guess in war you would. That's what I sort of maybe think that was why. Anyway, we go back to the conversation with Einstein. We finally get to see what was talked about between Einstein and Oppenheimer, and this was the part which I think is super interesting because they speak back to the point where he came to see him before, and he was like, "Hey, we may destroy the world with this. It may ignite the atmosphere." And then Oppenheimer or someone, or one of them two says, "We may have already destroyed the world." And then it cuts to a visual of just bombs going up because obviously now that this has been made, you could make a chain reaction. People just bomb each other. And we could all just bomb the hell out of each other and destroy the world. End of movie. Go home. Contemplate whether we're all going to blow each other up in the future. Sad times. I hope that's not going to happen. Obviously, no one wants that to happen. I feel like if things were going to... I mean, it's horrible to think, but if things did go sour again, maybe it'd more be... God, none of it's good, but maybe it'd be more hacking and technical. Like, there's a very poignant part of a Doctor Who episode, which is based in the Second World War, where they pick up a soldier from First World War, and they bring him into the TARDIS, and the Doctor very flippantly, very casually, looks at him, "Oh, okay, yeah, you must be a soldier, you're in the First World War, blah, blah," and he walks away. And the soldier is taken aback and is like, "First World War?" Like, that. I always thought that scene was super, like, oh, wow, yeah, because we take it for granted. We've grown up in a world where you learn about the First World War, you learn about the Second World War, it's just like common knowledge, you don't think about it. But that if you were there and someone told you there is a Second World War, that's awful to hear. So I hope there is, obviously. God, now I feel like I'm really getting on my soapbox. Anyway, I thought the movie was super interesting. I'm now, I did a bit of Googling to try and get a better understanding, because I felt this was a very bad review from me because I don't understand, and I also don't want to say stupid stuff, but I also want to come from a place where I want to learn. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to sit here being like, blah, 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 blah. Like, I want to, like, I'm telling you what I know from the little I know, but I am intrigued to find out. That's what my takeaway was. I wanted to just understand it. That's why I was worried. I got home and I just typed in, like, has another atomic bomb gone off? And the answer is no. So that sort of was like, oh, okay, cool. But I think now people do have them in the world. Oh, no, it's terrifying. Maybe I should look into this. So now, after watching that, I wanted to understand what happened at Chernobyl, but that was a nuclear power plant, I believe. So I know that people have told me to watch it before, but I think I am going to watch Chernobyl because I don't know if it's going to be too harrowing for me to watch this, but it was made by the people that did The Last of Us. It has been recommended to me before, and now that I've watched this, I am slightly intrigued to see what it's about and understand, like, and educate myself and learn what's happened, because I am a bit ignorant sometimes. I feel like I blissfully skip through the world just earning platinum trophies when real hard atrocities are happening out there, and maybe I should understand them. So, okay, Emma's saying Chernobyl is really good, so I'm going to start watching that, I think. I don't know if I can watch it before bed because it might be too much. It's only 5 episodes, so I think I can do it. Maybe I should watch one when I have a dog with me so I can hug the dog. That's like, hey, I'm just taking your dog so that I can watch a scary TV show that might make me upset. It's a tough watch, but you'll love it. That is why we own plats, to escape the horribleness out there. Exactly, Mode 74 Trophy Hunter. So there is my review of Oppenheimer. Let me have a look at any other things. So emotions, I've written down here: thought-provoking, deep, nervous, concerned, remorseful. Those are my thought dumps of the emotions I felt. Definitely felt really nervous waiting for the bomb to go off because I was afraid of what it was going to look like. And I did really enjoy how it came around at the end to make you think, like, yeah, they didn't ignite the atmosphere and destroy the world in that instance, but maybe they have. It's a slow build. Maybe they have. And that's, like, I don't know, super interesting to think that that's one of those moments that's now changed. You can't go back now. We have this thing. There's no turning back unless we all agree to not do it, but I don't think you can. As I said, cinematography, music, outstanding, top tier. The bomb going off was incredible to be in the cinema to watch. I think it is, like, I know that Nolan himself has said, like, oh, he doesn't like when people stream things because you can't control the sound. Like, so that's why I feel like this is a great film to watch at the cinema, because everything is perfectly to be, you know, it's all tuned to be watched at a cinema, whereas you could just watch it on your little crappy 16-inch Alba TV and you're not getting the full effect. As I said, acting off the scale, so many great actors. I would 100% recommend. I went to this film not really knowing if I would enjoy it, maybe not even exactly excited to watch it. I literally only went because I was like, oh, give me something to talk about on the show next week. But I'm thoroughly glad I went to watch it, and I'm glad that you hopefully enjoyed listening to this review. Right, I feel like it's time to dad down a bit. So we lighten the mood with a bit of a game at the end. Ooh, blimey. Oh, Roman says, love your outfit. Thank you very much. Woo! I'm every woman. You should rank the Christopher Nolan movies. Well, okay. Tenet is definitely last. Interstellar is 100% my favourite of... Oh, I put the spoiler hand down now, yeah. Okay, my favourite Nolan film is Interstellar. Then probably Inception. Oh, but I really like The Prestige. I think I'll go Prestige next, because there was a lot of thinking about in that. Oppenheimer, Tenet. I think those are the only ones that I've actually watched so far. So that's my ranking. Do you guys have any rankings of the Nolan films? I think I'm missing Dunkirk. Oh, I forgot about The Dark Knight. Those are all really good. I didn't see Memento. It's hard to rank the Dark Knight trilogy. I think I'd probably put that under Prestige. God, I remember people at college loved watching The Dark Knight. They were all over The Dark Knight. But, Insomnia. I never watched Insomnia. I think I would rather watch a one-off film than have to watch all of the Batmans. But I did... So did he only do The Dark Knight, or did he do all of them? Because I think everyone knows The Dark Knight is the best one, right? Like, there's Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, and The Dark Knight Rises. I think if I were to watch any of them again... It's because, obviously, the Joker. Everyone loves the Joker in it. So I think that's my order. He did all three. Okay, well, I guess I'll just put the Batmans all together, I guess. Yeah. Interstellar, Inception... Maybe... Actually, maybe I'd put Batman there, then Prestige, then Oppenheimer, then, Tenet. Yet to watch Dunkirk, yet to watch Insomnia or Memento. But, as you know, the Christopher Nolan films attract many an actor, and everyone loves to be in his films. Lots of people got a lot of bit parts in this film because they just wanted to be in a Christopher Nolan film, which is pretty cool. I think the story goes, Matt Damon was on a break. The phone rings. Christopher Nolan's like, I've got there's no such thing as a small part, only small actors. I'm just paraphrasing Chris over here. Chris knows all the information. And so he got the call and he was like, oh yeah, I have to be in this film. So that's what happened. So to end today's show, I want to test all of your knowledge on some actors, okay? So I found this thing called Actor of the Day. And so we're all going to try and work out together what today's Actor of the Day is based on putting in actors' names. You'll see. Here we go. Let's go to the internet. Where are we? We're here. You can play this yourself. There's one every day. I tested it out and I'm terrible at it. And I thought, you know what? If we all come together, maybe we can work out today's actor. All right. Here we are. So this is how the game works. We have 8 guesses to try and guess who the actor of the day is. And we just type in actors and we've got their movies here. So today's actor, based on this information, is... Okay, so this is their top 30 movies. So, wow, they have a movie in 1981. We don't know their age yet. 1986, 1988. So you can see here the genres of the movie, the years, the titles that are blacked out. Wow, this is a lot. 2004. When was the last movie they were in? 2021 was their last movie. Then they took a gap. Drama, crime, history, science fiction, romance, drama. Okay, they've been in a lot. What's their top rated film? Anything in the 8s? 8.5. So in 1994, they were in a family animation drama. Maybe this is Toy Story. That was in Oh, no, that's not enough words. Toy Story. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so we need to start typing in some actors' names. So who wants to kick us off? Who's going to put anyone got the first actor that we can put in to see? Oh! It's 1994, The Lion King. Oh my God, I knew you guys would be really good at this. Oh no, The Lion King. Oh my God, who's in The Lion King? Who's in The Lion King? I think it's The Lion King. Christian Bale's in the Lion. Let's put him in anyway. Oh my God, I'm choking on the excitement that I think that's 100% The Lion King. Oh, how do you spell Christian Bale? Christian Bale. Okay, so once we put this in, Christian Bale, he is in none of the films in this list, and he is 49 years old. So this person is older than 49 years old. You think it's Rowan Atkinson? It could be. So as you can see here, now we've typed this in. We've got this person is a greater age than 49. So it could be. Let's type Rowan Atkinson in. Rowan. Oh no, he's not here. They don't have British actors. Damn. Yeah, they don't have him, so it's got to be someone else. Who else was in The Lion King? Yeah, Town voiced the... Rowan voiced the bird. Jeremy Irons. Okay. Oh, Jeremy Irons is a good shout. You might have got it, Fabio. Jeremy Irons. Let's see. Yeah! You got it! I knew you guys would get this game. Yes! Look, I've played it 5 times. A success rate of 20%. Whoa! Oh my god, that was all on The Lion King. That was so cool. He hasn't been in much, that's... smashed it in 2. Very good, everyone. Okay, let's play again. You guys are too good. Okay, so that was today's. There was only 1 per day, but you can play a past game. So let's go back in time and let's see what was the actor of the day on my birthday. Okay. All right, you ready to play again, everyone? God, you guys are good. Okay, actor of the day on the 23rd of December. All right, so they have films in 1988, 1999, a lot of comedies, a lot of dramas, romance coming up quite a lot, comedy, fiction, all that's got a thing. What's their highest rated film as we go down? 8.4 for 1999, a drama. Nice. That's quite high, you know. More comedy, drama, more music, comedy, romance, drama, romance. God, they're in a lot of romance dramas. Okay, and they were recently in a film in 2022, which was mystery, drama, crime, thriller, action, and adventure. So they were in a movie last year, and they were in 2 movies in 2000. Oh, they don't seem to do any animation. So where are we starting? We're starting with Keanu Reeves. God, if you guys get this again, you guys are smashing it. Okay. It's not Keanu Reeves, and the person is older than 85 years old. No, sorry. Oh my god, I'm numbered dyslexia. They are older than 58 years old. This is the problem. I don't really know actors. I don't really watch any films, so I don't know who this is going to be. Who could we go with next? Clint Eastwood? Okay, that's a good shout. Clint Eastwood. Okay, he's well old. He's 93. Well old. He's 93. Okay, that's a no on Clint Eastwood and age. So somewhere between 58 and 93. And if we get anyone that they've been in a movie with them, it will come up as the movie. So you'll get that. Kevin Spacey. Okay, let's try Kevin Spacey. Oops. How old is he? Oh, okay, we have a match. So the person is older than 64 years and they starred in American Beauty. So that's our top rated film. Our top rated film is American Beauty with Kevin Spacey. Does anyone know who was in this with Kevin Spacey? Or maybe it's a female. Is the 2022 one Death on the Nine? Oh, does anyone know what this could be? Mel Gibson. Okay, we'll try that. I don't even know if some of these people are alive. Okay, so this person... Whoa, that really narrows it down. Okay, the person is between 64 and 67, but they weren't in any films with Mel Gibson. The exclamation mark. What year is the sci-fi? Could be Mars Attack. Okay, let's see. Sci-fi... 1996, exclamation mark. Comedy, fantasy, adventure. 6.4. So if you think... Annette... Okay, let's try this. Everyone is saying... Okay. Chicken on a Stick seems to think we know. Annette... Okay, let's see. You got it! Well done! I don't know who this person is. Celebrate good times. Come on! Let's celebrate. Good work, everyone. Yeah! Guest distribution. So, The Great Outdoors, all of these lovely, wonderful films they were in. Oh, Mars Attack! You were right. That was Mars Attack. Nice. Okay, we'll do one more. That was a great movie. I don't know this movie. Okay, who wants me to try a date? Okay. Someone in the chat, if a member wants to put their date in, I will do that date for you. So past dates, pick another date. Transfer your history to... No, we don't want to transfer our history to another device. Okay, Jazz D was the first one with the date with October 9th. Okay, we're going back in time. Gotta go back in time. Okay, let's have a look. Again, all these people are like doing movies super old. 1988, 1989. Okay, a lot of drama, romance coming up here. What's that? Oh, this one. Oh, what could this be? The 8.8, an adventure fantasy action in 2001. Interesting. Okay, they're in a lot of good films, this person. 8.8. Oh, in 2003, they were in a 9 film. Damn. What was their latest film? Another 8 in 2015. And finally, their last film in 2020 was another 8. Oh, they were in an animation in 2020. Interesting. All right, what are we thinking? I think it's someone old again. And they did an animation. What animation came out in 2020? Whenever I think of animation, I think just Disney. Right, where are we starting? The Lord of the Rings 2001, you think that is? Who was in Lord of the Rings? What's that guy's name? Okay, Sean Bean. People are saying Sean Bean. Let's see. Got it in one! How did you do that? You guys are so good at this game. Wow. Stormy Monday. How to get ahead and out of the field. Damn, you guys are so good. The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. Whoa. Equilibrium. I've watched that film. Oh, these are all the Lord of the Rings films. What was that other? What was he in recently? Wolf Walkers. I don't know what that is. Kingslave. Fine. Wow, they put a video. No, that's a video game movie. Oh, he's in The Martian. I want to watch The Martian. Someday I will. Well done, everyone. A one guesser. Good stuff. God, you guys are good. All right, let's do one more day. We'll remember this game for another time, right? One more. Whoever I see the date next, I'm going to. We got movie buffs in the chat, that's why. The ending flashback in Oppenheimer. Yeah, exactly, Reese. That ending flashback was pretty good. All right, next date I see Dusty B 70 straight in there with February the 17th. If we like this game, we'll play it again because we've got so many dates to explore. Okay. February the 17th, actor of the day. God, we're getting loads of old people. Can we get it in one again? 1981 is where they start with their top 30. Oh dear, looks like they've been in a lot of duds here. 77, 5. Damn, I feel like this is not a big actor. 7.2 is the highest I've seen for 2017. Adventure, comedy, fantasy, family, thriller. 7.1 drama. Okay, they're in an animation. They were also in an animation in 2002. Okay, where are we starting with this then? This person's in a lot of different things, to be honest. A lot of dramas. Hard to really pin down. Bill Pullman. This is their top 30 as well. Let's try it. Let's whack it in. Okay. Whoa. You guessed it. So this person is 69 years old and they were in a film with Bill Pullman. This film, whatever this is. Okay. Wow. I don't know if knowing the age helps at all, but we've got it bang on with the age. Anybody, does this help anybody? I have no idea what this film is. Dustin Hoffman. Is he 69? I mean, I guess it could be. Kevin Costner. I don't know what these people are in. Okay, people think Kevin Costner. Oh, he's 1 year younger, but they were in a film. But which film? Oh, the same film. Oh, okay, we've gone for the same film. So they're both in this. But it's not that person. Gene Hackman. Who are these people? These are actors that I have no idea who they are. Okay. Oh, you're all... Oh! Gene Hackman was in this film and Postcards from the Edge with this other person. Who's Dennis Quaid? God, you guys are so good. Dennis Quaid. You got it! Who is this guy? Congrats, everybody. 69, all these films, Jaws 3D, Inner Space. Nice. Well, everyone, if you want to play this game, I'll put it in the link there. You can play it every day. Every day you can play and find out who the actor is. And maybe someday we'll come back and play this together. But that is all I have for you today on this week's Locking It Down with Lucy. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. It's time to go to the pub and celebrate with all the other work dads. And have a good old knees up. So thank you all for being here. It's been a fun episode. Hopefully, I hope you enjoyed it. I've enjoyed being with you all. Big shout out to all the members. Thank you all for the support. Let us close the poll. I asked you, did you enjoy Oppenheimer? 7% of you said no, 26% of you said yes, and 68% of you said hadn't seen it. Thank you so much. I shall see you guys tomorrow for, the Dad from the Parent Trap. Of course, I watched that recently. I shall see you tomorrow for the Bioshock stream, where we will continue to fumble our way through that, not understand what's going on, but somehow together we will make it. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you in the future on the channel tomorrow at 7 p.m. Yes, I'm going to go to the office. Thanks for clarifying, Fabio. I'm going to go to the office, which is why I'm putting 7 p.m. just so I have enough time to get back home, make something to eat, and set up just in case. So that is the plan. All right, I shall see you all then. Enjoy whatever it is you're up to. I am now going to chillax and kick back. All right, thank you all. Catch you all on the other side till we reach the other side. Goodbye. I'm singing a different song now.